Have you ever noticed how some people seem to live not just longer but fuller, happier lives than the rest of us? Imagine waking up every morning, not just because you have to, but because you have a reason, a deep personal purpose that makes each day meaningful, vibrant, and exciting. Today, we're uncovering the Japanese secret that has helped some of the longest living people on Earth maintain not just life, but joy, connection, and purpose. Welcome to the world of Ikigai, the secret to longevity, happiness, and discovering your true reason for being. Ikigai, a Japanese word combining iki, which means life, and gai, which means worth or value, is more than just a concept. It is a philosophy, a way of living that blends purpose, joy, and longevity into one seamless experience. In essence, your Ikigai is the reason that gets you out of bed every morning with energy, curiosity, and excitement, even when life feels challenging or monotonous. In this video, we'll explore Hector Garcia and Francesc Miralles' book, Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and happy life, chapter by chapter. We'll dive into real-life stories of centenarians from Okinawa, examine the principles that guide their extraordinary lives, and give you practical tips that you can apply to uncover your own Ikigai, creating a life full of purpose, resilience, and joy. Chapter 1: The Art of Staying Young While Growing Old. In the serene islands of Okinawa, Japan, home to some of the oldest people in the world, researchers have observed a profound secret. Longevity is not just about what you eat or how often you exercise. Instead, it stems from a combination of purpose, community, and mindset. People here live active lives well into their 90s and beyond, not because they are obsessed with youth or fitness trends, but because they are deeply engaged in activities that matter to them, surrounded by family, friends, and a supportive community. The lesson is clear: longevity is largely influenced by the way we live, not just the genes we inherit. Daily activity, meaningful social connections, and a sense of purpose form the pillars of a long, vibrant life. The centenarians of Okinawa are living proof. One man in his 100s still tends his vegetable garden every morning, not out of obligation, but because it is his Ikigai, the activity that gives him joy, energy, and meaning. Chapter 2: Little Things That Add Up to a Long and Happy Life. Happiness and longevity are rarely the result of monumental events or dramatic lifestyle changes. Instead, the book emphasizes the power of small, consistent rituals that cultivate joy and meaning over time. From taking a morning walk to enjoying a cup of tea mindfully, these daily habits may seem insignificant, but they compound to create a life of contentment and fulfillment. The concept of moe, or lifelong social circles, illustrates this beautifully. Okinawan elders meet regularly with their close friends, sharing meals, stories, and support, creating a network that nurtures both emotional and physical well-being. By appreciating the small moments, laughing with friends, tending a garden, savoring a simple meal, we accumulate a wealth of happiness that sustains us through life's challenges. Chapter 3: From Logotherapy to Ikigai. The authors draw a fascinating connection between Viktor Frankl's logotherapy, a psychological approach that emphasizes finding meaning even in suffering, and the Japanese concept of Ikigai. Both philosophies underscore a simple but powerful truth: life's difficulties become bearable, even transformative, when we have a reason to live, a purpose that drives us forward. Your Ikigai is entirely personal. It is not dictated by society's expectations, wealth, or prestige. It could be the work you do, the hobbies you love, or the people you care for deeply. The common thread is purpose. When you know why you are living, each challenge becomes a stepping stone rather than an obstacle. Survivors of extreme adversity often discover that purpose is what allows them to endure and thrive despite hardships. Chapter 4: Find Your Purpose. Finding your Ikigai requires introspection, reflection, and experimentation. The book outlines 4 questions to guide this journey. What do you love? What are you good at? What can you be paid for? What does the world need? The intersection of these 4 answers is your Ikigai, the unique blend of passion, talent, vocation, and mission. Purpose is not static. It evolves as we grow, learn, and adapt to life circumstances. For example, a retired craftsman discovered joy not only in creating beautiful woodwork, but also in teaching his skills to children in the community. By passing down knowledge, he nurtured his own sense of purpose while enriching the lives of others, demonstrating that Ikigai is both deeply personal and socially impactful. Chapter 5: Masters of Longevity. The book introduces us to Okinawan centenarians whose lives exemplify the principles of Ikigai. Their habits are simple yet profound: a predominantly plant-based diet, gentle physical activity, strong social bonds, and a calm, stress-free approach to life. These elders are a testament to the fact that extreme diets or intense exercise routines are unnecessary for a long, healthy life. Consistency, joy, and purpose matter far more than any quick fix or trend. One remarkable story tells of a woman over 100 who still swims in the ocean daily, describing her routine not as exercise, but as an essential, joyful part of her existence. Her Ikigai, the reason she keeps moving and connected, underscores the powerful interplay between passion, activity, and longevity. Chapter 6: Gentle Movements, Longer Life. Physical activity in Okinawa is not about gyms or personal trainers. It is about integrating movement into daily life in a gentle, mindful way. Yoga, tai chi, stretching, walking, and traditional dances keep bodies strong, minds sharp, and spirits joyful. The key is enjoyment, not punishment. Movement should be a source of vitality, not stress. Elderly Okinawans practicing traditional dance exemplify this perfectly. These movements not only strengthen the body but also enhance social bonds and emotional well-being, proving that staying active is as much about engagement and enjoyment as it is about fitness. Chapter 7: Diet and Longevity. The Okinawan diet is characterized by moderation, variety, and nutrient density. Meals are rich in vegetables, tofu, and fish, and portions are carefully controlled through the principle of hara hachibu, eating only until 80% full. It is not about extreme restriction but about balance, mindfulness, and enjoyment. One centenarian attributes her long, healthy life to meals made from her garden, prepared and shared with joy. This diet nurtures both body and soul, providing energy for meaningful activity and sustaining a calm, resilient mind. Chapter 8: Resilience in Wabi-Sabi. Life is rarely perfect, and the Japanese have a philosophy that teaches us to embrace that imperfection with grace and serenity. Wabi-Sabi. This chapter explores how accepting the transience and imperfection of life not only fosters mental resilience, but also allows us to appreciate beauty in unexpected places. Rather than striving for unattainable perfection, Okinawan elders focus on cultivating inner peace, nurturing relationships, and finding joy in simplicity. Resilience is built not by avoiding difficulties, but by facing them with a calm mind and a compassionate heart. By letting go of the obsession with material wealth, status, or control, and instead embracing impermanence, we find a deeper sense of satisfaction and connection. One Okinawan woman who has lived past 105 years attributes her happiness to focusing on relationships, accepting life's hardships gracefully, and seeing beauty in the small, fleeting moments of everyday life. Chapter 9: The Ikigai of Community. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and our connections profoundly influence our health, happiness, and longevity. This chapter delves into the vital role of community, highlighting how Okinawans cultivate strong social networks known as moe, which provide lifelong support, encouragement, and joy. These networks are more than just friendships, they are lifelines, woven into the fabric of everyday existence. Elders in Okinawa actively participate in communal projects, mentoring children, sharing meals, and supporting each other in times of need. Giving to others and contributing to the community strengthens purpose and fosters a sense of belonging. In fact, research suggests that people who feel connected and socially integrated are healthier, happier, and more likely to live longer. Your Ikigai is not solely individual. It is amplified when shared with others and when it contributes positively to the world around you. Chapter 10: Flow, the Secret to Happiness. One of the most powerful tools for living a fulfilling life is the state of flow, a mental state where we are fully immersed in an activity, losing track of time, yet feeling completely energized and alive. This chapter explores how Okinawans consistently find flow in both work and leisure, whether they are gardening, practicing traditional crafts, swimming, or playing music. The secret lies not in complexity or difficulty, but in engagement and passion. Flow allows us to experience moments of pure satisfaction, fostering creativity, resilience, and happiness. One retired fisherman describes how he spends hours repairing nets without noticing the passage of time, completely absorbed in the rhythm and focus of the work. Even mundane tasks, when approached with attention and care, can induce flow and transform everyday life into a deeply meaningful experience. Chapter 11: Longevity and Happiness, a Practical Guide. The final chapter brings all the principles together, translating the philosophy of Ikigai into practical actions that anyone can implement, regardless of age or background. It emphasizes the importance of integrating purpose, movement, social connection, mindfulness, and joy into daily routines. By identifying your Ikigai and aligning your life around it, you create a natural, sustainable path to well-being. Small habits, walking, stretching, laughing, sharing meals with friends, pursuing hobbies, and contributing to the community, compound over time, creating a life that is not only longer but profoundly richer and more satisfying. The authors share the routines of Okinawan centenarians to illustrate how joy, purpose, and consistency outweigh extremes in diet, exercise, or lifestyle trends. Ultimately, longevity is not just about adding years to life. It's about adding life to years, creating a journey that is fulfilling, meaningful, and vibrant until the very end. Ikigai is far more than a word. It is a way of living that blends purpose, joy, community, and mindfulness into each day. From the serene islands of Okinawa to the stories of centenarians, we learn that a meaningful, fulfilling life is not dictated by age, wealth, or societal standards. It is found in the small rituals, in nurturing relationships, in pursuing passions, and in embracing imperfection with grace and patience. By discovering your Ikigai, you unlock a secret that not only promotes longevity but enriches every moment with clarity, purpose, and happiness. It reminds us that living well is not a destination but a daily practice, a continuous journey where every action, relationship, and choice contributes to a life worth living. If you found this deep dive into the wisdom of Ikigai inspiring, don't forget to hit the like button to support the channel, subscribe for more transformative book summaries. What is your Ikigai, the reason that gets you out of bed with excitement every single day? Tell us in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else to discover theirs, and together we can create a community of purpose-driven living. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.